Imagine storing hundreds of items with individual names. Sounds crazy, right? That's why Python gives us powerful tools called data structures. Today, you are going to learn all about lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries in the most powerful and beginner friendly way. And stick around for mini project at the end where we build a smart contact book using these data structures. Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting tutorial. Today we are going to see what is data structures in Python. Here let's start with the example. Why use data structures instead of variables? Here, let's say you want to store the marks of 5 students. Here the mark 1 is 80, mark 2 is 76, mark 3 is 90, and mark 4 is 85, and finally mark 5 is 70. Now we have 5 marks of a student. Okay, what if we want to store 60 students mark? So it is a time consuming process because we need to create each variable for each value or each mark. So how do we efficiently store data? Or how do we efficiently store marks in a particular manner? So that's why Python helps us in a way. So we are going to use data structures in Python to store the marks. Let's say here I'm going to create a variable called marks and store all the 5 marks: 80, 76, 90, 85, and finally 70. Here you see we are storing all the 7 marks, all the 5 marks in a single variable called marks. So we can access it, update it, loop through each element, and we can remove the elements. So it is an efficient way to store marks which is relatable to a particular variable. So that's it for data structures in Python. Here we're going to see list in Python. Here list in Python are ordered, unchangeable, and allows duplicates. Let's see with an example. Here fruits equal to a list of values. Here fruits is a variable which is going to store a opening and closing square brackets. In between the opening and closing square brackets, it stores 5 values, which is the elements of the list. So Python will recognize it is a list. Okay, here we are going to see what is index in Python. Let's say 0th index will define the apple. Here 1 is defining the second one, banana, and 2 is mango. The index value starts from 0, not from 1, so you will remember that. Here we can access these elements present in the list by using the index value. Okay, let's see list operations. Here access an element in the list. How do we access an element in the list? We can use the index value to access the elements in the list. Okay, now I'm going to pause 3. Here we're going to see with running this. Here see we get apple because the apple is present in the index 3 and we are passing it here. So that's why we get apple. Okay. Let's see update an element in the list. How do we update an element in the list? Is here in the index 1 we have banana, but I don't have banana in this place. I want kiwi. So we can use the same list name with its index value and assigning it to a particular element. So Python will change the elements present in the list as the new one, and it is kiwi. Here let's run this. Let's print this element. Next I'm going to run this. Print fruits array. Okay, let's run this. Here we get apple, kiwi, mango, apple, strawberry. Here you can see the kiwi is replaced. Here the banana is replaced by the kiwi because we are updated an element in the list. Okay. Here we can change the index value to replace multiple elements or different places. Let's see, I'm going to replace the third index here apple in the third index, not in the 0 because we are defining the third index. Okay, that's why. Let's run this. Here you can see the first apple is not changed, but the third indexed apple, which means the fourth element, has changed to kiwi because we are passing the index 3. Okay, that's it for adding. That's it for update an element in the list. Let's see adding an element at the end. So we are going to use the append method to add an element at the end. Let's print this list. Let's run this. Here you can see in the previous array we don't have orange, but here we are added the orange at the end of the list by using the append method in the list. So we can add anything at the end. So let's pass fruit. It's simple. Let's add fruit. Here you can see we have added the fruit at the end of the array. So the append method are used to add an element at the end. So that's it. Next we are going to see insert an element at a particular position. So if you want to insert an element at a particular position, we use insert method in the list. Okay, let's see. Here I want to insert an element in between the mango, banana and mango. So I need to get the index value of 2. So it will insert the element in between banana and mango, and it will change the element's index of mango to 3, and it will move the elements one by one in a particular order. So let's see with the example here. Fruits.insert in the position, I'm going to pass 2 because I need to insert in between mango and banana. Here the value is pineapple. Let's print this. Print the array fruits. Let's run this. Here you can see I'm inserted pineapple in between the mango and the banana. So that's why I accessed the second index, because it will insert the element in the second index and change the position of the mango to one step backward. So that's it for insert an element at a particular position. Next we are going to see remove an element by the name. We can remove an element in the list by using the existing element's name. Here I'm going to remove strawberry by its name. Here I'm going to print fruits list. Let's run this. Here you can see I have removed the strawberry. You can see the previous list have the strawberry, but the current list don't have the strawberry as an element. So Python will delete the strawberry by using the name. Here I'm using the remove method to remove the particular element at the list. You can remove an element by using its index value. Here I want to pop the apple present in the first. Let's change the index here. Let's run this again. Sorry, the 1 is representing the banana, so it will remove the elements at the second index. So you need to remember this. That's my fault. Here you can see it removed the banana which is present in the index 1. Here we have passed 1 in the pop method, so that's why it is removed banana in this position. So let's see next, how do we get the full length of the list? Here you can get by using the length method in Python. Here the length method will return how many elements present in the particular list. Here now we are going to see how many elements present in the fruits list. So it will return how many elements and it will going to store in the full length variable. So let's print the full length variable. I'm going to run this program. Here we get 5 because you can see in the last printed array we have totally 5 elements. That's why it returned 5. Okay, let's see how do we sort a list. Here you can use the sort method to sort a list. It will sort the elements in the ASCII format. So let's see fruits, print fruits. Let's run this. Here you can see it is sorted in the ASCII format. I will paste a tabular form so you can see how it is sorted by the number, the ASCII number format. So that's it for sort. So next we are going to see reverse the whole list. How do we reverse the whole list after we sorting it? So let's see by the reverse method present in the list. So finally I'm going to print the list one more time. Fruits. Let's run this. Here you can see in the previous array has totally reversed in the current array. So that's why we are using a reverse method to reverse the list. So that's it for list operations in Python. You can do multiple operations to get strong in the list. So that's it. Hey guys, let's see tuples in Python. Here, tuples in Python are ordered, unchangeable, which means immutable. We cannot change the values after we defining it, and it will allow duplicates. Here you can see it allows blue, blue. So this is the duplicate values. Here we have a variable called colors and we have a bunch of color values. Here you have noticed we are using the opening and closing parentheses instead of the opening and closing square brackets because the tuples are defined by the parentheses, not square brackets. So you will remember this. So by the way, we are using the same index value to accessing the elements in the tuple. So let's see some tuple operations. Here, access an element in the tuple. Here, we're going to access an element in the same manner as we did in the print, in the list. Here, colors, by accessing its name, and here you notice, here you can see we are using the same opening and closing parentheses to access an element. And we are going to pass the index value. I'm going to access the green by using its index value 1. Let's print this. Let's run this. Here you can see we have the green. So that's how we get an element or access an element in the tuple. So let's move on to find repetitive elements with its count. So how do we find there is 2 blue present in the tuple? So let's see here. Colors dot. Here we have only two methods. One is count and another one is index. Let's see what is count. Here, by using this method, we can find how many blue is present in my tuple. So let's print this. It will return how many blue present in the list. So let's run this. Here we get 2 after the green because there is 2 blue present in my tuple. So that's why we use count method in the tuple. Next, we're going to see how do we find the index value in the tuple by using the element. So let's see with an example here. We have orange. But I only know the name orange. I need to get the index of the orange in the tuple. Here, let's see. Print colors dot. Here you see we have the index method and I'm going to pass the orange. Here, let's print this. Here you see the 4 is returned. Here you can see after the 4 is present because here the orange is present in the index 4. We can get the index by using the elements. So that's it for tuple operations. Hey guys, let's see what's sets in Python. Here sets are unordered, unchangeable, and no duplicates is allowed. Here it is an opposite version of list in Python. Let's see an example. Here nums is a variable which stores a set of values and you can see it starts from a curly braces and ends with the closing a curly braces. So it is the structure of set in Python. Okay, we cannot access values one by one or we cannot access each values in the set. If we want to access each value, we need to convert this set into a list. Then we can access each values. Okay. So let's see set operations. Here access an element in the set. So it is not allowed. We can access the whole set. We can access the whole set. But we can access by converting the data type of the set into list. Here by doing like this, list of here it is the set is converted into list data type. Now we can access elements in the list. Yeah, that's it. So now we are going to print all the elements. Now print of nums. Let's run this. Here we get all the elements, but it is in a sorted order. Why? Here you can see we have 5, 1, 2, 6, 3, 2, 1, 4. But it is in a unstructured, unordered or not in arrangeable way. But why it is printing here in a sorted way? Because sets will return values in a sorted way. and it does not allow duplicates. Here you can see it contains 2 1, but the printed set have only 1 1. So you can see it is it is unordered, and it has no duplicates. Okay, let's see how to add an element at the end. Here we can use the add function to add an element to a set. Okay, let's print this. Print the nums. Let's run this. Here we get 9 at the end because we are adding it. So if we add the same element which is present in the list, it has no effect. So we need to add an unique element in the list. So let's move on to update. We can update the set with the multiple values. Here we can print this and see update the nums. Let's run this. Here we get 10 and 11. We can update it with the multiple values by using the update method. Okay. We can remove same like list in Python. We need to pass the element present in the set, and we can remove each element by using the elements value. Let's print this and see. Here you can see the previous element have 2, but the current don't have the 2. So it is removed by its value. Okay, let's move on to discard. The discard is same as the remove method, but unlike the set.remove, the discard method does not raise an exception when an element is missing from the set. Here, if I want to remove the 4 which is present in the list, you can see that. Okay, let's print the nums. Here you can see the 4 in the existing set is now removed in the current set. But if I want to remove 66, let's run this. It doesn't produce any error. So that's why we need to use discard if we don't want to get any error if the element is not found in the existing set. So that's it for discard method in set. Let's move on to the real set operations: union, intersection, and difference. We already learned this in the max chapters. So let's implement this. Here we have another set of numbers called num2. Now we are going to union this. I think you know what is union. We are going to add the num1 and num2 and remove the duplicates. So let's see. Print union of num1 and num2. So let's run this. Here you can see we have the whole list. So here you can see the num2 and num1 are added together. So that's it for union. So let's see intersection. You know what is intersection? Intersection is picking the common elements from the two sets. For example, here in the set 1 we have 5, the set 2 we have 5. So it will pick the common element present in the both sets. So let's print this. Okay, let's run this. Here you can see in the previous sets we have 4 and 5 and 6, because in the both set these are the elements are common. You can see the 4 is present in the num1 and num2, and 6 is present in the num1 and num2, and finally 5 is present in num1 and num2. That's why we get intersection of these elements. Next, the final is difference. Here we are going to get the difference, which means it returns a new set with the elements in the set that are not in the others. Okay, let's print this and see. Here you can see 1, 3, 9, 10 and 11. It will return the list of a set of values which is not present in the elements. So that's it for operations, list set operations in Python. Hey guys, let's see dictionary in Python. Here, dictionaries in Python are key value pairs, which means we cannot use index. We only use keys to access values present in the dictionary. It is also called hash map. And the dictionary is unordered and changeable. We can change the elements. So let's see with an example. Here we have a variable called student, and here the name is Rahul and age is 21 and the course is Python. It is useful when we are going to store someone's information or something's brief data. So that's why we are using the dictionary. You know what is dictionary? Dictionary is the word and its meaning. So it is the representation of the same dictionary in Python. So let's see dictionary operations. Here access the value present in the dictionary by using the key. Here I'm going to access the student of name. So let's print this. Let's run this here. You can see we now have Rahul. How do we get that? We used the name. It is a key which is used to get the value Rahul. So this is the dictionary accessing. Next, add and update. How do we add and update an element in the dictionary? Here I'm going to create a new key called grade and its value as A. So let's print the whole dictionary and see what happened. Student. Let's run this. Here you can see name Rahul, age 21, course Python, and finally grade A. But you can see we don't have before the grade. But how do Python print it? Because we have added a new key value pair called grade of A. We can even change the elements present in the student's dictionary. Here, let's see an example. Student. Here we are accessing the existing element. Here you can see VS Code suggesting the name course, which is the key. So let's use this. We are going to change the name as Theban. Okay, we have changed it. Let's run this. Here you can see the name is now Theban and age is same 21, course Python and grade of A. So we have changed the name in the dictionary. Okay, how do we remove it? Here you already seen this pop method in the list and a tuple. But we have used index as an argument, but now we are going to use the key to delete an element. So let's print this after student. Let's run this. Here you can see I have deleted the age. So the pop method will delete the key value pair present in the dictionary. Next, we are going to see how many keys present or what are the keys present in the student. By using the student.keys method, it will return all the keys present in the student dictionary. Let's print this. Print student.keys. Let's run this. Here you can see dictionary keys of name, course, grade. It returning all the keys. You can see name, course, and grade because the age is we have deleted the age before, so it did not return here. Okay, so that's it for dictionary keys. Here you can get the values by using this values method. Here student.values will return the values of the keys. So let's print this. It will return all the values of the keys. Here you can see the name Deepan and the course Python and the grade A. Okay. Next, here students.items. It will return all the key value pairs. Okay, let's print this and see what's happened. Okay, here you can see return the set like object providing a view on the dictionary items. So let's print this. Here you can see it will return all the elements key value pairs in a tuple and list format. Here you can see the name of Deepan, course Python and grade A. So that's it for dictionary items. And next move on to the get method. Here we can get each value by using this get method by using its key. Here I am using the course to get the Python. So let's run this to get the value. Okay, let's run this. Here you can see we now have Python because I have passed the course inside the get method to get the value. So that's it for get method in Python. Next, move on to clear. Here in the clear method, we can use it to make the dictionary none. So let's run this after the clear method. Print the student. Let's run this. Here you can see we did not have any key value pairs inside the dictionary because we have used the clear method to delete all the elements present in the dictionary called student. So that's it for dictionaries in Python. Hey everyone, let's see a cool mini project called Contact Book Manager. So in this project we are using dictionary. Here you can see it is a dictionary, not a set, because we are passing the key value pair in this project. So don't remind this as a set, it is a dictionary. Okay, so both the set and dictionary have the same curly braces, but we need to find out how do we use that. Okay, so let's see. Here in the sample usage we have multiple functions. Here you can see in this function we have a name of add contact and we have two parameters called name and number. Inside the function we have a contact book which is present as a dictionary, and we are creating the name which is come from the function which is a key, and we are going to pass its value as the number come from the add contact. And finally we are printing the contact name is added. And the delete contact, we are seeing if the value is present in the contact book which is present here, and if it is present here then we are going to delete that contact and print contact, the particular name is deleted, and if the name is not found in that contact book, we are going to print contact not found by using the else keyword. Okay, let's move on to show contacts. After we added multiple contacts in our contact manager, we need to print it. So by using the for loop, we are going to get the name and number from the contact book dot items. After that, we're going to print each name and number. Here you can see we are using two variables called name and number. It will destructuring the elements present in the contact book dot items. So the name variable will save the key and the number variable will save the value. So that's it. Here the sample usage, we have added the alias, which is number, Bob and its number, and delete contact, delete the alias, show context. Let's run this and see what's happened. Here you can see, here you can see add contact of alias and his number. So the contact alias added. Next, add contact of Bob and his number. Here contact Bob is added. Next, I'm going to delete the delete contact by this method, and I'm passing the key which is his name. So contact alias is deleted because it is already present here because we have already added. So that's why it is deleted. Next, we need to show all the contacts. Here it is printing the Bob and her contact. But where is the alias? Because we have already deleted the alias contact. So that's it for contact book manager using dictionary. You can check this project in my GitHub page. I am give this link for this project in my description, so check it out. In the next video, we will explore string manipulation in Python with the real projects. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share to your friends, and if you want the video in quick, please turn on the bell button. So, bye.